The rise of Lamine Yamal, the boy destined to rule football. Chapter 1. A star is born. Every football legend begins with a dream. History wasn't written in books, it was written on the pitch. Welcome to Pitch Rewind. Long before the roaring crowds, before the packed stadiums, before millions of fans knew his name, there was just a young boy with a football and a dream. Born on July 13, 2007, in Esplugues de Llobregat, Spain, Lamine Yamal showed an extraordinary connection with the ball from an incredibly young age. While other children were simply playing, Yamal was already imagining the biggest stages in football. His natural talent quickly became impossible to ignore. Every touch, every dribble, every match hinted that this wasn't just another gifted youngster. He wasn't chasing fame, he was chasing greatness. That journey soon led him to one of the most famous football academies in history, La Masia, the same academy that produced football icons such as Lionel Messi, Xavi, Andres Iniesta, and many others. It was there that the world would begin to discover a player capable of inspiring a new generation. But nobody could have predicted just how quickly that future would arrive. Chapter 2. La Masia's next wonderkid. Where legends are made. If football has a factory for greatness, it is La Masia, the academy that shaped legends like Lionel Messi, Xavi Hernandez, Andres Iniesta, Sergio Busquets, and countless others. But every generation needs a new star. When Lamine Yamal arrived at La Masia, coaches immediately noticed something different. It wasn't just his speed, it wasn't just his dribbling, it was the way he saw the game. He played with confidence far beyond his age. He could glide past defenders with ease, create chances from nothing, and make impossible passes look effortless. As the years passed, Yamal climbed through Barcelona's youth ranks faster than almost anyone expected. Every coach who worked with him shared the same belief. This wasn't an ordinary academy player. This was a once-in-a-generation talent. Soon, whispers began spreading across Spain. Barcelona has found another special one. The comparisons to Lionel Messi became impossible to ignore. Both were left-footed. Both came through La Masia. Both played on the right wing. But Lamine Yamal never wanted to become the next Messi. He wanted to become the first Lamine Yamal. The world hadn't seen him yet, but Barcelona already knew. A new era was about to begin. Chapter 3. Breaking into Barcelona. Some players wait years for their chance, like Lamine Yamal, who caught it before he was old enough to drive. History isn't written in books, but on the pitch. For most academy players, reaching Barcelona's first team is a dream, but Yamal's path was different. At just 15, he was given his senior debut by Barcelona's manager, Xavi Hernandez. It wasn't a publicity stunt. It was a sign of extraordinary talent. Standing alongside famous players, Yamal showed fearlessness and confidence. With every appearance, he set new records, creating a memorable and unforgettable moment. Fans fell in love with him and expected more from this talented young player. But Lamine Yamal never let anyone else's legacy dictate his gameplay. He believed in creating his own destiny, and so the journey began. The big moments in football were yet to come. Chapter 4. The world takes notice. Lamine Yamal, a promising young player from Barcelona, had become a football sensation, dazzling fans with his skills and extraordinary talents. Every match made him remembered, from his incredible dribbling to goal-scoring masterpieces. Fans worldwide were captivated and praised his intelligence and composure. He was already a top player, and pundits valued his ability to control the game. Against powerful opponents, he displayed composure and skill, making him a formidable force. Social media praised his talent, and comparisons to other great players amplified. Yet, Yamal remained calm, focused on improvement, and his confidence grew. As his influence grew, the belief that a football superstar was on its way skyrocketed. The world was watching, captivated by his unstoppable onslaught of talent. And so began Lamine Yamal's journey to global stardom. Chapter 5. The weight of expectations. The higher you rise, the greater the pressure becomes. By now, the football world knew his name. Lamine Yamal wasn't just Barcelona's brightest young star. He had become one of the most talked about footballers on the planet. Every performance brought new comparisons. The next Messi, Barcelona's future, football's next superstar. But with every compliment came even greater expectations. Millions expected him to deliver. Every match, every touch, every moment. For many young players, that pressure would be overwhelming. But Lamine Yamal was different. He never allowed the noise to change who he was. He continued to play with freedom, with confidence, with a smile on his face. Instead of trying to imitate the legends before him, he focused on creating his own legacy. Every dribble reminded fans why they believed in him. Every assist showed his vision. Every goal proved he belonged on football's biggest stage. The pressure wasn't slowing him down. It was making him stronger, because true greatness isn't measured by talent alone. It is measured by how you respond when the whole world is watching. And Lamine Yamal was proving that he was built for the biggest moments. Chapter 6. Spain's New Hero. Every generation needs a player who carries the hopes of a nation. Lamine Yamal was no longer just Barcelona's rising star. Now, he carried the colors of Spain. With millions watching, the young winger stepped onto the international stage without fear. The pressure was enormous. Their expectations were higher than ever, but Yamal played as if he belonged there all along. His pace terrified defenders. His vision unlocked stubborn defenses. His confidence inspired teammates far more experienced than himself. Every time he received the ball, the stadium held its breath. He wasn't just playing for Spain, he was helping shape the future of Spanish football. Fans saw flashes of brilliance that reminded them of the country's golden generation. Yet Lamine Yamal brought something uniquely his own: fearless dribbling, creative flair, and the courage to take responsibility in the biggest moments. With every international appearance, his reputation continued to grow. The boy who once dreamed of greatness was now becoming a national hero, and as Spain chased football's greatest prize, one thing became clear: Lamine Yamal wasn't simply the future of Spanish football. He was already becoming one of its greatest present-day stars. The biggest chapter of his story was still waiting to be written. Chapter 7. The legacy begins. Some players chase history, others begin writing it before they turn 20. The story of Lamine Yamal is still being written, yet already he has achieved what many footballers spend an entire career chasing. He has broken records, won the hearts of millions, and earned the respect of teammates, coaches, and rivals alike. Every season brings new milestones. Every match adds another unforgettable moment. But perhaps his greatest achievement isn't measured in goals or trophies. It's the belief he has given to an entire generation. Young footballers around the world now look at Lamine Yamal and see what's possible. A reminder that age is just a number, that talent, discipline, and courage can overcome any obstacle. For Barcelona, he represents the future. For Spain, he represents hope. And for football, he represents the beginning of a new era. His journey is far from over. The biggest trophies, the greatest rivalries, the defining moments of his career still lie ahead. But one thing is already certain: Lamine Yamal is no longer just a rising star. He has become one of football's brightest lights. And if the opening chapters are this remarkable, imagine how extraordinary the rest of the story will be. History wasn't written in books, it was written on the pitch. And Lamine Yamal's greatest chapters are still to come. Chapter 8. The future of football. The next icon could already be here. Lamine Yamal's journey begins with breaking records and captivating audiences with extraordinary performances. As a new star emerges, it could redefine generations and change the game forever. Football's greatest stars have always come from those who faced adversity and rose above it. Lamine Yamal will likely face challenges and criticism, but his drive and passion will make him a legend. With growth, hard work, and perseverance, Lamine Yamal could surpass previously untouchable names and become another football icon. Even if his story isn't over, it marks the beginnings of a new era in football history. As fans cheer on the rising star, they anticipate another legendary performance. Lamine Yamal will continue writing history on the pitch, breaking records and inspiring a new generation. As football evolves, the future takes shape with the rise of this unforgettable talent.